So you're ready to buy a car. It's a huge purchase, and let's be honest, it can be super stressful. But what if we looked at it differently? Forget the anxiety. Think of it like a game, a strategic game that you can absolutely win. And today, we're giving you the complete playbook to do just that.
I mean, this quote from Ray Shefska, a guy with over 40 years in the business, just hits the nail on the head, right? It really does feel like a high-stakes poker game. The dealership, they've got their moves down, they know their strategy, and it's all designed to get the most money out of you. But here's the thing, you're about to get your own playbook, and it's going to let you see right through their tactics and confidently call their bluff.
So, what's the secret weapon here? How do you cut through all the chaos? You know, the endless questions about your monthly payment, how much you're putting down, what your trade-in is worth. Well, it's actually way simpler than you think. Your entire strategy, the whole thing, comes down to focusing on one and only one number.
And this is it, the out-the-door price. This is your North Star. This is the only thing you should be talking about. It's the total, all-in, final price to get that car, well, out the door. When you stay laser-focused on this one figure, you make it impossible for the dealer to hide profits somewhere else in the deal. Remember this number. It's everything.
All right, let's get into round one. This is where it all starts, out on the sales floor. The second you show real interest in a car, the salesperson is going to start asking questions. And trust me, this isn't just friendly chit-chat. These are carefully planned opening moves.
And here it is, the first question you'll almost always hear. This question is a total trap. The moment you give them a monthly number, they're not selling you a car anymore. Nope, they're selling you a payment. They want to turn you into a payment buyer, because that makes it so easy for them to sneak in extras while still keeping you under that budget you just gave them. So, whatever you do, do not answer this question directly. Giving them that monthly figure is like showing them your entire hand in a poker game. You lose all your power. The correct answer, though, it's brilliant. It deflects their question and brings the entire conversation right back to your turf, the total price of the car. It keeps you in complete control.
Okay, next up in their playbook is the down payment question. See a pattern here? This is just another way to get you thinking about those monthly payments. They want to know how much cash you're working with so they can play with the loan numbers to their advantage. You don't want to be giving up that info this early in the game.
And just look at the difference again. The wrong answer tells them exactly how much wiggle room they have. But the right answer? It's polite, but it's firm. You're basically a broken record at this point, and that is a good thing. You have one goal right now. Get the total, out-the-door price, period.
And here's the third classic move, the trade-in. This one is huge. You have to treat buying a new car and selling your old one as two completely different deals. Because when you mix them together, that's the oldest trick in the dealer's book for confusing you with numbers and hiding their profit.
Now, what's so smart about this is that it keeps those two deals totally separate. The wrong answer is basically an invitation for them to give you a low-ball offer on your trade to make the new car price look better. The correct answer, though, it builds a firewall. It says, look, first, we're going to agree on a price for the car I'm buying. Then, and only then, are we going to talk about the car I might be selling.
Okay, so you did it. You navigated the sales floor, you stuck to your guns, and you've agreed on an out-the-door price. Awesome. But, sorry to say, the game is not over. Not by a long shot. Now we're heading into round two, the finance and insurance office, or what they call the F&I office. This is where the tactics get way more subtle. And honestly, the profit margins get even bigger.
The finance manager. They're going to seem like your best friend. They just want to help you get a payment you can afford, right? So when they ask about the loan term, 60 months, 72, maybe even 84 months, that's their big opportunity. See, by stretching out the loan, they can make the monthly payment look smaller, which makes it a whole lot easier to sell you something extra. Suddenly, that $2,000 extended warranty becomes just $25 more a month. You barely notice it, but they just made a massive profit.
So, what's your silver bullet in the finance office? It's this right here. Walking in the door with a pre-approved loan from your own bank or your credit union is an absolute game changer. It gives you a rock-solid benchmark for what a good interest rate actually is. You're not their captive audience anymore. You're a customer who has options.
And here's exactly how you use that power. Instead of asking them for help, you're now in a position to make them an offer. You've completely flipped the script. You're not asking them to match your rate. You're telling them they have to beat it to get your business. This, my friends, is how you ensure you get the absolute best deal on your loan.
Okay, so once the financing is all squared away, the F&I manager is going to slide over the menu of products.
You've got your extended warranties, your tire protection, gap insurance, you name it. And they're all presented as these small, easy-to-swallow monthly additions. It's only an extra $10 a month. It sounds so harmless, but that's the whole point. It's designed to make you look at the tiny payment, not the huge total cost.
So let's just do some quick math here. That just $10 per month for some theft protection over a pretty standard 60-month loan, it adds up to this, $600. Now let me ask you, would you just write a check for $600 for that product on the spot? Probably not, right? Framing it by the month is a really powerful psychological trick.
So here's your countermove. It's a 3-step process. First, for any product they offer, you always ask for the total price. Forget the monthly cost. Second, ask to see your final, clean monthly payment before they even start pitching you on products. And finally, before you sign a single piece of paper, you demand to see an itemized purchase order so you can see every single charge. No surprises, no last-minute additions.
Now you might be thinking, what about all these no haggle or negotiation-free dealerships? You'd think that means the game is over, but it's not. The game just moved to a different part of the field. The price on the car might be fixed, but trust me, their ability to make a profit is not. So here's where you can still win big. You can, and you absolutely should, still negotiate the interest rate, especially with that pre-approval in your back pocket. You definitely negotiate the value of your trade-in, and this is the big one. You negotiate the price of those add-on products. I mean, a 200 to 300% markup is common. That means a gap insurance policy they're selling for $500 might have only cost them $150. There is a ton of room to save money there. Never ever assume anything is non-negotiable just because the car's sticker price is set.
So, there we have it. We've walked through the sales floor, we survived the F&I office, and we've even tackled the whole no haggle thing. Now let's just pull it all together into one clear, simple winning strategy that you can take with you.
This is it. This is your playbook, all summed up. It all starts and ends with that all-in, out-the-door price. Keep your trade-in completely separate. Get your own financing ahead of time to give yourself leverage. Break down their add-on pitch by only talking about the total cost. And finally, trust but verify. Read every single line on that purchase order before your signature hits the page.
And hey, please remember, you're not going into this battle alone. The online car buying community is huge, and it's full of incredibly smart people. Sites like Leasehackr are gold mines for deal info. Forums for specific models like the CivicXI forum have owners talking about literally everything. And tools like Motoring Obsession can even help you track dealer markups in real time. Use all this collective knowledge to your advantage.
Look, buying a car doesn't have to be this scary, intimidating thing. It's really just a game of information and strategy. And now, you have the rules, you have the tactics, and you have the winning plays. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to go play the game?